And we are back here for game number 2. If you missed the action in today's game earlier, let's go through all the scorecards from today. The first game, the Ducks on the Pond took on the Taka Drivers. Surprisingly, Ducks on the Pond? I said Ducks. I said Ducks. The Taka Drivers won 8-7. Closer game than most expected. They jumped on Buzz pretty early, and it just eventually the Taka Drivers put up 6 in the second, and were just too much in extra innings. And then they won the next game 6-0, so the Taka Drivers did sweep. And the Nighttime Ninjas and GasHouse, not that. Nighttime Ninjas and the Stallioners split first game. Nighttime Ninjas won 11-4, and the Stallioners won the second game 3-2. And if you just missed it, GasHouse Girls won 2-0. Camera out of focus. But we are ready for game number 2.
Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas to start game 2, Jim Tucker.
First pitch from Felde to Tucker. Foul back for strike 1. We are underway for game number 2. GasHouse Gorillas took game number 1. Second pitch from Felde. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Tucker had himself a good game. In game 1, the deciding home run takes a strike right there. Count now 1-2. A lot of people reach base. 1-2 to count. Just fouls it off. Getting in front of it. Making it the count remain 1-2. A little high for ball number 2. Felde's scoreless inning streak at 20 remains intact. Next pitch a little bit outside for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Here to start game 2. Making Andrew Felde work a little bit. And he swings through it to strike him out for the first out of the game and the first out of the inning.
Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas, Jeremy Radishak.
With some Freight Sinatra walk-up music.
Hey, your mom texted you. Oh.
First pitch, ball 1.
Your mom texted you.
Sorry, I'm probably going to get a lot of ball back.
Count 1-0. 2-0. First 2 pitches low for balls here. We'll see if Felde can fight back in this at-bat after getting Tucker to strike out. Ooh, good off-speed pitch. Pulling the string on Radishak's bat. Count now 2-1. Bergang trying to split the series here. Radishak gets the top of it. Right to Zarowski, but an error out in the field as he kicks it back at his teammate.
Golden hands, Buzz.
Not the best fielding there. Zarowski upset at himself. And that is an error.
I'll put my phone in air.
Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas, Nick Bobowski.
After an error there, the inning's still alive here. First pitch to Nick Bobowski. Ball 1. Count now 1-0. Second pitch strike. Good fastball there from Felde. 1-1. Even if he swung, that'd be hard to hit. Ooh, off-speed pitch, making him flail a little bit. Count out 1-2. Got him way, way out in front of that one. Good pitch from Felde. 1-2 the count. Almost does it again, but a little bit low. Count now 2-2. Oh, hits him. 3-2 the count. 3-2-1. Guy on first base via error. Next pitch. Just gets a piece of it. Count remains the same at 3-2-1. GasHouse Girls took game 1. See the Bergang can try to get a split here. Just gets a piece of it. The count remains exactly the same. Felde upset. Just wants to get out of this one. Here's the windup and the pitch. Low for ball number 4. It's 4-2-1. We have a Griffle count.
You did not just say that.
Yes, and that's what they call it. That's what they call it.
That's awesome.
That is what it's called, I swear.
A Griffle count.
Griffle count.
Wow.
That's it?
And that's going to strike him out. Good pitch right on the paint in the corner of the lawn chair for out number 2. And we're going to go to the bottom of the first. No score for the GasHouse Gorillas. We are back here for the bottom of the first inning.
Next up for the Bergang, Luke Baker.
Let's go, Luke. Let's take advantage. Let's go.
Due to some technical difficulties. The the music will not be playing for just a moment. First pitch from Nick Babowski. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Ooh, get a little bit out in front of it. 1-1 the count. Good pitch from Babowski. Low, 2-1 the count. Babowski so far this season. Haven't any pitch, giving up 3 earned runs. But he's out in front of Baker here. Hopefully he's all light up here. Supposed to be. Oh, he turned airplane mode off. Turn airplane mode back. No, it's right. Outside.
Boy.
Babowski getting his first start here this season. Inside. Count out full 4-2. Baker gets a hold of one, but Rad is all over in the far left corner for a long out number 1.
Now we know we can hit it.
Next up for the Bergen, Andrew Feldy.
First pitch. Strike 1 hits the top of the thing. And there are definitely fireworks going on in the background. Feldy, hot shot. Foul ball. Count quickly 0-2 as Bobo's jumped in front of Andrew Feldy. And he strikes him out for the second out of the inning. And we're going to go to the second. No score. We are back in the top of the second inning. No score here after 1.
Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas, Jim Tucker.
First pitch from Feldy. Strike 1. Good fastball. As we're fighting the lights once again here at the Griffle grounds. 1-1 the count. Bit outside. We have exactly 32 minutes of game time left. Good pitch there. Strike number 2. Count 1-2 to Tucker here. Struck out in his first at bat. High. Swings at a high pitch. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Goes under the fence. That's going to knock Feldy out of the 3rd inning. No.
Next up, Jeremy Radish.
First pitch from Rat's going to back-to-back singles. Just like that, there is 2 men on base.
Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas, Nick Babowski.
So a man on first and second here. Nobody out in the top of the second. Feldy scoreless inning streak in jeopardy here. As there's 2 men on. Nobody out. He hears me. A little bit of focus there. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Babowski gets a hold of one.
Yeah.
It's going to land for a single as the bases are now loaded.
Single, double. Double.
Was that a single or double?
Just past that line.
It looked like a double.
I need RBI.
Zarowski double.
Yeah.
My first GBL RBI.
And that's going to be a double, and that's going to be Nick Babowski first GBL RBI. Oh,
Single.
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 And that's going to load the bases. My apologies for Jim Tucker.
Next up the bench, Jim Tucker.
First pitch, strike 1 as the bases are loaded as his scoreless inning streak is in jeopardy. My apologies. We had a little bit of confusion. Didn't know if it was a double or a single. No one likes to tell me anything. 1-1 the count. 1-2. Feldy trying to work out another jam here. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Good pitch. Gets him looking for out number 1. And he might just get out of this inning with no damage done.
Next up the bench, Jeremy Radish.
Want to go quick.
Every time I do anything, Buzz is just commenting.
It's okay. They comment on my play-by-play all the time, which is awful, I know. Radishak, opposite way. That's going to bring it in a run. And there goes Feldy's scoreless streak. GasHouse takes the lead here at Game 2, 1-0.
Next at the bat, Nick Babowski.
The bases are going to be still loaded as 1 run will cross. A little bit outside for ball number 1. You didn't go. He didn't go.
How come he's so much better this year than last year?
1-0 the count. As 4 singles in this inning give the GasHouse Gorillas the lead. There's a strike right there. Count now 1-1. And if you didn't hear earlier, there were definitely fireworks going off in the background. Here's the pitch.
I don't know why.
Bobo gets a hold of one in the left, but Zarowski's under it for the second out of the inning.
Way to get one.
But the GasHouse Gorillas scratch one across. Score GasHouse 1, Bird Gang 0.
Who is this, Cole?
Here we are for the second inning. Next up to bat for the Bird Gang, Cole Felly.
First pitch low for ball number 1. GasHouse jumps out in front. 1-0 here. Second pitch, 2-0 the count. Bobo's first inning. 1-2 inning. 2-0. 3-0 the count. Count 3-0 here to Cole. Goes on top of it. What a play out there on the mound by Nick Babowski for the first out of the inning. Hot shot. Good reaction out there.
What's the roll there?
Next up for the Bird Gang, Matt Zarowski.
And here's the dream matchup that everyone's been waiting for on Periscope. First pitch, ball 1. Bobo versus Zarowski. 1-0 the count. Next pitch. Inside, 2-0. Just barely missed those last 2 pitches. 2-0 the count here. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 3-0-1. The dream matchup, not going very well. You're going to see some action here. Not much, to be honest. Here's the pitch. There's strike number 1. 3-1-1 the count. Line up in the delivery. 4-1-1. And I think Zarowski is just going to be content with a walk here. Unless he really wants to swing. He's going to be content with the walk. He's going to get a guy on.
Next up for the Bird Gang, Luke Baker.
There is a guy on here with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Bit outside for ball number 1. Babowski looking pretty good on the mound here. 2-0. Getting behind hitters, but getting outs. 2-0 the count. Nice pitch from Bobo. Ground ball is going to go foul. 2-1 the count. Down the third base line. Barely foul. Count now 2-1 here. Nice pitch. Oh, he knew it before. He couldn't even. He was just frozen. Just frozen at the plate. Count now 2-2. Good pitch from Bobo. Oh, he gets him via the strikeout. And we're going to go to the third. GasHouse Gorillas lead 1-0.
Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas, Jim Tucker.
Oh, wrong song.
He takes the first pitch to left field for a single. As Zarowski was playing him in right. So the first batter reaches base on the first pitch of the inning.
Next up, Jeremy Radishek.
Go rap.
Man on first base, nobody out here. Felly's giving up a run for the first time all season. Ooh, way out in front of that one for strike number 1. Count now 0-1 here. Man on first base, nobody out here in the top of the third inning. GasHouse leads 1. Oh, way out in front of that one as well. And Rat knows it. Not too happy with himself. Count now 0-2. And Feldy can pretty much throw it whatever he wants here. And he will, but right at Zarowski. And another error for Zarowski in the field.
Get a ball in the air.
And there's going to be a guy on first and second. Errors could be dooming the Bird Gang here in game number 2, as there's now men on first and second.
Next up, Nick Babowski.
Men on first and second here. Felly looking to get on another jam. Right, hot shot right at Zarowski for the first pitch, and that's going to be out number 1. Good contact there, but playing him perfectly.
Next up, Jim Tucker.
First pitch, a little bit low for ball number 1. Going so fast. Count 1-0 here. We're on the top of the third. GasHouse Gorillas lead 1-0. Count 2-0 here to Tucker with the men on first and second base. You're welcome. Here's the pitch from Andy Feldy. Yeah, another chopper to the left side of the field. It will get through for a single. That's going to load the bases here for Jeremy Radishek.
Next up, Jeremy Radishek.
Bases loaded here. Another bases loaded jam for Phil. They gave up a run in the last inning. Let's see if you can get out of here scot-free. First pitch just misses the outside of the lawn chair for ball number 1. Count now 1-0. Fighting the lights here. Only 23 minutes left. Next pitch. Rat gets a hold of one, but slice foul. 1-1 the count. Way out in front of that one. The Rat's gonna hit a grand slam here. Over the right field fence. It is now 5-0 GasHouse. And just like that, the GasHouse Gorillas put in the force in. They're going to take out Andrew Felday, and they're going to put in Luke Baker. We'll be back in just a moment as the GasHouse leads 5-0. And we are ready. We are back here after the pitching change. First pitch, strike 1 from Lucas Baker. Baker on the mound this season. 1-1 in 5 innings pitched with a 2 ERA. Second pitch hits him. 1-1 the count. No strikeouts, 2 walks. A little low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Bobo gets a hold of one, chops right back to Baker for the second out of the inning. And we are going to go to the bottom of the third, but the damage is done. Radishek's grand slam makes it 5-0, all unearned runs. So Feldy ends the game with only 1 earned run. But we're going to go to the bottom of the third. 5-0 GasHouse.
Bottom of the third inning. Next up for the Bird Gang, Andrew Feldy.
And we are here in the bottom of the third. Bird Gang down 5-0. First pitch, ball 1. 1-0 the count here. Bobo, 5 batters pitched. Oh, 1-1 the count.
How long does it take to
2-1 the count.
Oh, you got hit?
That's a walk. Didn't you get hit twice?
No.
Oh, 3-1-1.
I thought you got hit too.
4-1-1.
See one, Andy. Well, never mind. You're ready.
Oh, throws one he can hit. Couldn't do it. 4-2-1. We got a Griffle count here for the first batter in the bottom of the third. And it's going to hit him. The walk, the leadoff batter. Up next for the Bird Gang,
Cole Feldy.
First batter reaches base. First pitch from Bobo. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. 2-0 as it hits him. 2-0-1. Cole Feldy gets a hold of it. And Rat makes a nice play out there as he stretches his arms. Goes to his right. Reaches down and grabs it. Great defense out there from Jeremy Radishek. Gold hands? Probably not. But still, great play.
Up next, Matt Sarowski.
There's a guy on first base here.
Oh, brain toke. You're closed.
First pitch, strike 1. The Bird Gang are struggling against Babowski. Second pitch, 1-1 the count. Babowski so far in the game has given up no hits. 2-1 the count. Count now 2-1. Right at Radishek in left field for the second out of the inning. And we're going to go to the fourth. GasHouse still leads 5-0.
That's a bad toss.
And here we are again for the top of the fourth. GasHouse leads 5-0. Baker's still on the mound. First pitch. Strike 1 as Tucker fouls it away. Next pitch. Ball 1. A little bit outside. Count now 1-1 the count. Ooh, good pitch there as it dives in on Tucker as he thought it might have been a little bit high. Count now 1-2. And he swings through it for out number 1. Next up for the GasHouse Gorillas.
Jeremy Radishek.
1 out so far here in the top of the fourth. First pitch a little bit outside for ball 1. Rat's grand slam in the third inning, proving to be possibly too much to overcome for the Bird Gang. The Rat, oh, slices one foul, or broke the ball. I'm not too sure, but it's a strike. And he swings through one low, 2-2 the count. Count now 2-2. 3-2.
I wasn't. They're gonna win.
4-2 count, full count here to Radishak. Nobody on, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. And a little grounder. Zarowski's going to be all over it for the second out of the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. GasHouse still leads 5-0.
Next up for the Bird Gang in the bottom of the 4th, Luke.
You okay, Cole?
And Bobo's going to stay out there for the 4th as he has not allowed a hit. And I may have just jinxed him as I said it. As Lucas Baker leads off the inning with the first pitch with a single. Yes, he did.
Are you next?
And up on the mound, coming in for relief is Jim Tucker. We only have about 13 minutes left of daylight. It's going to be really tough to get this next couple of innings in. If the Bird Gang want to make a comeback, they're going to have to do it against last year's reigning Cy Young winner, Jim Tucker. He's going to take a few, get his bearings. And we are ready to go here. Bobo gets knocked out of the game. His no-hit bid is over. Great performance from Bobo on the mound. Only 1 hit in 3 innings of work. Got to the 4th inning. And now Tucker in to shut the door. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Feldy gets a hold of one, but slices foul down the first base line. That could have been dangerous. Feldy, what's the count?
My first pitch. 1, 2, or 0-2.
0-2 the count here. Why does it keep going to focus? Here's the pitch. Just gets a piece of it. Count remains 0-2. A little low for ball 1. As the camera, sorry about the in and out focus. We don't know what's going on. Count now 1-2. 2-2. Trying to fight back with a man on base here. Bird Gang down 5-0 after dropping game 1 2-0. And he swings through one high for the first out of the inning. And he's posing for the camera. Have a little fun out here.
Next up the back, Cole Feldy.
It would have been a good shredding card, terrible swing.
One out here, man on first base. First pitch low for ball number 1.
All right.
2-0. Just a little bit high. Just missed it right there.
First time in history a guy hit a no-hitter and they were pissed that they got him out of the game.
3-0 the count.
I've lost my favorite. The first runs he gave up all year. Don't do that.
5 runs.
Strike 1 right there. He's trying to fight back. Count now 3-1.
The second most overrated player.
Bird Gang trying to do the impossible. Get 5 runs off of Jim Tucker. You don't see that too often and or ever.
That's not good.
I think the only team that did it was 9-time Ninjas. I think they might have got 4 last year. Oh, Nate ball, and that's going to walk him.
Hit you in the meaty part of the inside of the leg.
There's a guy now on first and second. 1 out.
Next up the bat.
I read another $20.
Matt.
So I don't know if that's a t-shirt or whatever.
So a man on first and second here. 1 out. Bird Gang trying to put together something. And last season they were 1-3 against Bird Gang. Only 2 games played. They forfeited 2 of the games. They won 1 and lost 1 last season. To avoid the sweep, a man on first and second. Well, here's Zarowski. First pitch. Strike 1. Good fastball there from Tuck.
Step early, get out in front of it.
Next pitch. Here's a count now 0-1. Here's the pitch. Count now 0-2. Tuck bringing his A+ fastball. Zarowski behind the count. Swings. Just gets a piece of it. Almost hit another pole.
Stand it up, kid.
Wrong pole. Count now. Count remains 0-2. Ooh, tries to get him to swing at that little cut. Count now 1 and 2. Good waist pitch there from Tucker, as he wanted Zarowski to swing at that. But Zarowski held up. First and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And gets him with the fastball. We're going to go to the 5th. GasHouse 5, Bird Gang 0. Close. We're already here in the top of the 5th.
10 minutes.
Next up, Nick Lebowski.
Green squad! I thought you were trying to do his thing. Here we go.
First pitch, strike 1 here. Baker to Bobo. Second pitch, ball 1. 1 and 1 the count here.
What's the bottom of the 4th?
Top of the 5th.
Oh, we may be able to finish this game.
Count now 1 and 2 here to Bobo. We have exactly 10 minutes left of light time. And fouls 1 away, but it's staying in play. Will he get there? No. Foul ball. It hit him. Hit his foot. Missed that part. Oh, yeah.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. Count now 1 and 2.
Oh.
Get ready for regional, baby.
And then right through his hole, but Zarowski was there, but he's not.
Take him out. Take him out.
That's a single.
Why is he fielding?
That's a single. I'll give him a single now.
Jesus.
And that's a leadoff single here for Bobowski as it goes through Baker's leg. Next up, here's Jim Tucker. First pitch, ball 1.
9:18 now.
Next pitch, 2-0 count.
Andrew says that every game they lose,
3-0 the count.
Boycott.
Sky on first base here as a leadoff single from Bobowski. Bobo. And right back, but that's going to be a hot shot single for Tucker. As it was just too hot to handle for Baker on the mound. So first two batters reach base via single.
That was an error. That first one was an error. That's Bush League.
Next at the bat. First pitch. Swings through it for strike 1. Men on first and second here. Nobody out. Second pitch. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. We might have to have another. Right at Zarowski. Bobbles another one. That's going to be an error out there in the field. The bases are now loaded. And I think Zarowski is finally learned his lesson. As he has now 3 errors in this game alone. He knows it's over.
Bobby nice.
And we got the bases loaded. Here's Bobo. I don't even.
Sorry.
First pitch inside for 1. Zarowski not too pleased with himself here today. Count now 2-0-1. Bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. GasHouse just looking to extend the lead. More insurance as we're down to 7 minutes of light time. There's the first strike. 4-1. And it's going to be a walks in a run. It's now 6-0 GasHouse Gorillas. As the train keeps moving along. Next up to bat, here's Jim Tucker. Bases loaded still. 6-0 here. First pitch, good fastball for strike number 1. Ooh, just missed the inside of the plate there. Count now 1-1. 2-1 the count.
We got no outs here?
Nobody out here. Bases loaded. 1 run across. And a little grounder. Oh, Baker can't handle it. That's going to bring in a run. It is now 7-0. And just when you want to get the game over, it won't happen.
Yeah, well.
GasHouse up 7-0 here. Bases still loaded. 1's going to cross the plate via an error. 2 errors in the inning. Error fest here for the Bird Gang. Not doing too well out in the field.
No, he didn't go. No, he's safe. No, he didn't go.
So Rat went on that one.
No, he didn't.
He said he did. And there's strike number 2.
Oh, my God. Oh, my, look at that.
He said he wanted to go.
That's why I don't feel. That's exactly.
Rat, just swing.
Hey, let me get out there, kid. Switch. Oh,
What's the count, Rat?
Oh my God! What is Cole doing with his?
2 on the count as Cole Felde.
Was that my first?
2-2 the
That
count.
was my first career RBI though.
News just
The other one was better.
Via walk, ain't nothing wrong with it.
The other
count
one
now
was
2 and 2.
better.
Bases loaded here.
No, that's a lie.
Nobody out. And just swings through one. Baker pulls the string on Radishak.
Andy.
And here's Bobo with the bases loaded.
I'm not making out.
We'll get some playing time in here. Never get to play the field unless you're
The first pitch from Baker to Bobo. Ball 1. 1-0 the count.
It's a long score, man.
Oh, Bobo gets a hold of it, but just foul. Count out 1-1.
We got a lot of games.
Right size, wrong shape
We got some-
again.
it's a
Count
little-
1-1.
It's like you go to
2-1 the count.
You're not doing so well.
Just missed the outside there.
We gotta go back home. We gotta go back home to the Yankee cage.
2-2 the count now.
Back home to the Yankee cage. Score some runs, maybe. No, we need to work on hitting.
3-2, bases loaded.
All
1
season,
out.
We haven't really.
4 minutes of light.
Besides last week, I guess.
Right at Cole Feldes. He pops it up for the second out of the inning. And we are going to go to the
Cole gets the pop-ups. I gotta get the fucking counter.
bottom of the 5th. GasHouse leads 7-0. Next up for Lucas, for the Bird Gang, Lucas Baker. Look at say next up, it's Baker.
Are you sure?
First pitch, slices one, just foul. Playing with the pole
My
over
second?
there and right.
I get to be the last.
First pitch, ball 1. Second pitch, ball 1. 1-1 the count here.
Can't hit, Matt.
Looking, trying to get this game in before the lights go out. We just might. As Tucker Clear turns around. Should have let it go through, and that's going to be a base hit
I think I
for
did
Lucas
look
Baker.
Who's behind him? Who made it?
Yeah. They're trying to start a rally here. It's down 7-0. Man on first base via the single. Here's Feldes. And he's going to go back-to-back singles.
Something base hit, yeah.
Back-to-back singles here for the Bird Gang. And Cole Feldes' pants are now way above his waist here. Man on first and second, nobody
We're
out.
gonna go out with like full strike when we're finishing.
First pitch, strike 1.
Oh,
Tucker bringing the heat.
My swinging performance tonight. Get a base knock here right down the line.
Just a bit outside. Count now 1-1.
No, I don't know, like 3 for 6 on
We're
the
trying to
day.
fight the lights, but the Bird Gang don't want to give up just yet.
Oh yeah, we need a lot.
Oh, almost goes down the third base line for a single, but just foul.
Could have used that.
Time's a factor here.
First and second, nobody out. Swings through one. First.
That it?
And that's it for Cole Feldes.
Get a base hit.
And here's Matt Zarowski with the last chance for the Bird Gang here in game number 2. Looks like Buzz's predictions are holding true. Wrong score, but called shutouts in both games. Almost virtually the same score. First pitch, strike 1.
He's taking
2 minutes left of light time. We're fighting the lights, and Tuck is just throwing fastballs. And there's could that be a single? It will not. Just goes foul. Count now 0-2, and the Bird Gang are down to their last bullet. Ooh, good eye there from Zarowski. Count now 1-2. And that's good. The last pitch there struck out Zarowski.
We got a manager.
GasHouse Gorillas sweep. First game 2-0. Second game 7-0.
Oh my god.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And Whiffle out. And lights will probably go out in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah.